Hi, my name is Ashley Cook, and I'm going to be discussing hard work. Um, and I think that in athletics, if you're a coach, if you're an athlete, this is a big part of what we do because we're going to put in all this work to get to the highest level we can. So you don't put in just anything. You're going to put in your hardest work and put in everything you have, which is the definition. The definition of hard work is a great deal of effort or endurance. And that's huge, especially, as I was a former student athlete, hard work. I put in all the time. I grinded. I did everything I had to do and more because I wanted to be my best, if not better, or outdo myself. You're always trying to work hard and, test yourself and see what strengths you have. That was me as an athlete. And the same thing as a coach, I want to pass on that to the kids that I coach. I work hard. I show them that I'm willing to put in everything that I have, um, hoping that they would do the same thing. And that it's a part of the culture, that it's a daily grind. And I think that is a big thing for me when I coach. If you look at my slides, I talk, hard work is my topic. um, and I talk about I talk about the five elements of hard work. And those are drive, which motivates you, inspires, just what is your reasoning, what is making you put forth the effort, what pushes you, the plan, what drives you, um, which is the heart that you had that, then you have to map out and see what you have to do to execute what you have planned, or what your goals are, or higher. The grind, the hard work, the sweating, the long days, long hours. As coaches and athletes, well, as a coach, I know I'm coaching 24/7. When it comes to academics, practice plans, everything, recruiting, talking to recruits, coast to coast. You have to sometimes do late night calls on one coast and it's daytime on the other. So it just depends on where you are and that. And so I think that, that's a huge thing, is grind. Like, we are going to put whatever, like, I'm not afraid to get dirty. And as coaches, I don't, I think that once we show that we do all that stuff, that we've done all of that stuff, that it helps create better athletes and show them how to act in the real world. And like in real world settings, I always say that because I'm talking about like work. I think that we are preparing them for work in athletics. I think that helps them so much in, communication and everything like that. The next element is sacrifice. You know, you put so many hours, you know, like I said, 7 days a week, 6 days a week is usually, coaching. You have games. If you're in season, you have games multiple days a week. You have practice every day, one day off. Um, but then you still got to make sure the girls' grades are right. You got to talk to recruits. So, like, you put in all that time. You sacrifice time for other things, but it's for a goal. And as athletes, you're doing the same thing. You're not the typical college student. And when you're not that typical college student, you have to put in the extra hours. You're gonna miss certain things. You're gonna miss, you know, some stuff, but you set goals for yourself, and it'll be worth it in the end. Um, and that's what I've found out. in my days of playing and coaching. You're gonna endure strains on your relationships and comfort level. But if you're comfortable with the uncomfortable, that's, you're testing yourself, and that's the real test. Sacrifice. And then last but not least is the payoff. You put in all that work, and you make it worthwhile. Then at the end, you're gonna get this result that you want, and you know you worked so hard for, and you're gonna appreciate it more. And I think that that's a huge thing, is appreciating, testing your teammates, helping them get better. It's not all just about you. You're going to work hard and, try to push the limits for your team. I truly believe that. One of the people that I spoke about in my slideshow is James Conner. He is now a running back for the Pittsburgh Steelers. When he was in college, he got diagnosed with cancer, and that was his sophomore year, and he overcame it. He beat it. He did chemo and everything. If you look in my slideshow, I have a video of him practicing after he completed chemo, and he has the mask on, to protect himself from germs and stuff, but he's pushing himself, like he's running and testing himself. And, I find his story is so amazing to me, because he didn't give up. He got cancer, which, and he beat it. He wasn't taking that he could not compete as an answer. Like, he was testing his limits, and that he did, and he got drafted by the Pittsburgh Steelers. He played at University of Pittsburgh before he got drafted, and now he is one of the top running backs in the league. And I think that that's great for a young man. He's only 24, and he's pushing his limits. He works hard, he trains hard, and he pushes his teammates. And I think that a lot of people look up to him, from young athletes to coaches even. That endurance and that work ethic is huge in the athletic game, in life, period. I honestly believe that you get out of the hard work that you put in is what you get out of everything. So, you're going to succeed more and accomplish more if you are willing to do those 5 elements. So I touch base on all that, and I have some quotes, but this was fun for me, because I'm a very driven person. I'm a very passionate person. As coaches, I think that we all are. And this just, it sparks ideas for when we are going into season and preseason and stuff, just to revamp things. But I thank you for your time, and have a great day. Thanks.